Hello!
This way.
Hello! Hello, okay, little information first. Omega, okay, this is early in the morning. We have just watched Police Academy. We're going to watch the other 6 Police Academy. We're not completely insane. That is why I did not get a copy of Police Academy, the animated series, or the live action series, or like Up the Academy or something. So, 7 films, 1 day, 7 vlogs.
Extreme!
Diminishing sanity.
Diminishing? I don't have much.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired, so maybe I should go with half it. Oh.
Yep, it's me, Omega, and that one.
Yay. And that one.
Yes. So, Omega is going in like 2 days.
Back to the land of the free and the home of me.
We hung out in Edinburgh, and we hung out in other places and other things, and everyone speak louder. Okay, now, Police Academy 1. What did you think? Had you ever seen it before?
No, I had not. As weird as that may sound.
I haven't seen it since I was like 4.
Tits and all. That's why they turned into the person they are today. Police Academy is one of the good ones.
I thought it was good.
It's in my opinion, Police Academy 1, 2, and 6 are the 3 good ones. If it was just a Police Academy trilogy of those 3, I'd be very happy. Maybe 3 is okay, but 4, 5, and 7 are awful, and 7 particularly so. So this is going to get less coherent, a bit like the Twilight videos. If you haven't seen the Twilight vlogs, they're online.
But with less sparkle.
Yeah.
More 80s.
Do you know what I miss?
No?
Michael Sheen!
Let's not do that again. We need to have a new thing for these ones.
Okay.
Police Squad's okay. No, Police Academy's okay.
Be louder.
Police Academy's okay. It's no Police Squad. It's better.
It was an amusing walk through bygone times of the 80s. With like the shoulder pads up to here. Oh, and they had a photo kiosk, which I completely, I remember these being around when I was a little kid. In car parks, you would have like a Kodak or, Kodachrome or 123 or, whichever film, that you had. You'd drop it off to get developed, come back in an hour, and then you'd have it. You'd have pictures. And there was a photo kiosk, and I was like, a photo booth, I remember those. And I realized that young people today won't know what that was.
Anyways,
back in our day, whenever you took a photo on your camera, you had to then fill your camera, then take your camera to a guy somewhere who would print out your photos for you.
What do you mean you're in our day? You're like 10.
Well, we had the disposable
I'm a
cameras.
photographer!
You're like 10.
When I was a little teeny kid, I was 4 when this movie was made. My he's always been a big, photo enthusiast. You have those little desk drawers full of little canisters of, of film waiting to be developed.
I used to put vinegar and then a Smarties lid of baking soda in them, then you close it up, and then you shake it through or something, and then it would go and cover them in vinegar.
Yeah.
I used to keep coins in them, and also little nuts and stones that I found because I was 4.
I was really, really shocked whenever we saw Steve Guttenberg topless, and the guy, he was cut. I never expect Steve Guttenberg to be connected with the so-called classical, attractive male chest.
You say cut. I hear circumcised.
Oh, I didn't mean circumcised.
Yeah,
I was talking about he had like a 6-pack and stuff. And
Maybe he was just in shape.
He had a very, very finely trimmed sort of chest hair trail. It's the sort of thing you'd expect to see in a... Okay, I'm just saying, if you get a photo of just his waist up to his neck, you would not have thought it was Steve Guttenberg.
Well, he's allowed to be in shape. I mean, maybe he's just built,
He's allowed to be. It's just I did not expect that with Steve Guttenberg. It's just like...
No, he's going to cry tonight.
Wow, Steve Guttenberg, you certainly have abs.
Hey, Steve Guttenberg, if you're watching this, leave a comment.
Yeah, seriously. You're watching Great Show.
Congratulations for escaping the film series with episode 4.
I was shocked at some of the stuff, because, I mean, okay, yeah, I was born in the first week of 1980, so things were a little bit, wild and woolly. I know.
It's 12 years before I was born.
You're so young, you.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's like you're like 10.
I'm not 10, I'm
You know
like...
you can get an old style camera in Bedlam that still works like 120 years old, costs about 100 quid.
You know I have 2 35mm in the kitchen and a digital SLR.
No, one of the ones that you think
Yeah,
you
they-
A
use
Polaroid.
No, one of the ones that you use put like phosphorus in and stuff like
Oh,
that.
cool.
And then, and the guy
Yeah.
said it still works too.
My friend Mike has a collection of the very earliest Polaroids, and they're really
Well,
cool.
those are like this is like
This is like-
1860,
yeah.
1870. Yeah.
Like
the guy
a,
says-
like a step up from daguerreotype.
yeah, it was like apparently it cost about 120 quid.
Well, the other day I was taking pictures with a friend of mine, and what he was doing, he got bits of dead tree and a stick of burnt wood, and he was making marks on the dead tree with the burnt wood. It like predates cameras apparently.
Interesting.
He was drawing with a pencil.
Okay. Look, the interesting. This is like a cultural time capsule. It's a little bit like Ghostbusters, which came out the same year, because not long after the film was made, culture started to shift. Like Ghostbusters constantly has everyone smoking. There is sort of like casual homophobia being thrown around by everyone. This one has a lot less of the smoking, but has a lot more of the casual homophobia. Like in this film, you got the coded stuff. Like almost every single villainous character in the police is explicitly shown to be racist, except for possibly Harris.
Yeah.
But then homophobia is thrown around by everyone, mostly the heroes, and it's just showing how things have changed just since then. I mean, nowadays you've got like a lot of people are casually homophobic, but in films it's a lot less common to have hero characters in a film to be like that.
Or to be like the butt of a joke.
Yeah, sort of like
No, it's common
Sleep
for
is-
trans people to be the butt of that joke.
yeah, as things shift and
You've
change.
come a long way, baby.
And there was like bits where Mahoney would say things like "sleep is for fags," stuff like that.
Oh, I thought he said sleep is for FedEx.
No, sleep is for fags. Is what
Oh.
he said.
And I thought he was making a jab at like maybe there had been some kind of topical debacle with FedEx.
No, he,
Oh.
But the
I can't hear out this one ear because I'm not well.
yeah, she's got a cold.
Yeah.
The although the obvious homophobic joke, which I think would well, there's the two of them. The blue oyster would still be could still be used today quite easily. Although at the time, this was only a couple of years after Cruising, and I'm guessing it's a reference to leather guys being seen as threatening and crazy and evil in the wake of Cruising.
And I've been to a leather bar. There's a leather bear bar called the Bike Stop in Philadelphia, and
What
the
I
bartender there is really nice.
what confuses me is Mahoney being the homophobic guy is when he makes all the fag jokes. Why does he sort of know off the top of his head a popular leather bar?
That's a good point.
It's a good question.
It's kind of offensive.
The other one.
That's pretty good.
The other big homophobic joke, which I think would still be allowed today, and they're both fine jokes. The other one was the fact that Lassard thought that Mahoney had sucked him off at the podium.
And then he went up.
And he was strangely okay with that, like
He wasn't. He was like in shock.
he was in shock, but like it was a different kind of. I mean, he still got the blowjobs. Like it was a different kind. I mean, he didn't go like all sorts of gay fear defense and like beat the shit out of him,
Well,
But he still got the blowjob.
that would have.
But then he went up and said Mahoney did a bad thing.
and
a
then he
very
would not
bad
reveal
thing.
what happened or what.
Yeah, because he was embarrassed because he enjoyed it.
I thought he was just embarrassed because he was like, then people would think he's gay.
The way that I took it was he was embarrassed because he enjoyed it. And that's why. Well, to whom did he do this? I don't know.
Sexual activity
But
with a
he-
man doesn't make you gay.
Oh, I know that, but then he probably would have thought it would have.
Especially if you're a woman. But it was funny. There was like a racist slur that I was shocked that they use, even though it's a pretty tame one from the 70s.
And
I don't know, you still can get in Walmart Grandma Jigaboo's take-home cookies. They
Can you?
exist. Somebody showed me the link to these the other day, and I'm like, Jesus.
That's horrible. Like I was shocked. I mean, and I'm from like the liberal East Coast,
the
I couldn't even watch Cuckoo Clocks of Hell review all the way through because I was like,
yeah, that has a hell of a lot of nasty terms. Not from me, from the movie. Although the guy, when he used the word, he had just had both of his feet run over by hooks, and he
that's
was.
no excuse. He could have said bitch.
I think.
No, but that's just misogynistic, that's just a different kind of discrimination.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I really think that the guy should have got a tiny bit of a pass because he yelled a racial epithet at the black woman after she ran over both his feet.
Well, he should have been wearing steel-toe boots.
He couldn't, he was expected to be in uniform.
Oh, yeah,
Uniform
that's
doesn't
So,
fit that.
It should.
I honestly, I think Hightower.
Actually, no, it shouldn't, because then they could kick people and kill them. So no.
Honestly, I think Hightower kind of overreacted to that.
I don't know, a high tower is literally a high tower.
Well, the point that I got from him is he was very silent, you know, like the big giant still waters run deep, you know. But he also looks like the kind of guy that he's not going to put up with any shit. Because if this is set, I mean, we're going to assume maybe he's like 30 at the oldest, right? This is in 1984. At the oldest, I said, so probably mid-20s. Well, sorry, so
Actually, I think he's old enough because he's a retired American footballer.
Alright, so we'll say 35, maybe.
Okay.
If this is done in 1984, he was a child or a teen during the Civil Rights Movement. So, you don't know what happened to him and his family in the past. We don't know what city this is set in. He might have, you know, like, significant memories and significant issues, and, you know, like, oh, well, now, you know, I was a florist, and now I'm in the police academy.
I don't know,
Here's
florists just don't take shit in my experience.
Well, nobody get any comments on what his...
How many florists have you ever asked to know this information?
No, I was getting flowers. I actually know a few florists and I buy flowers often. But I was getting flowers the other week. No, this was ages ago. It was for a guy I was going with. I was buying flowers. And I was like, yeah, I want flowers. Well, who are they for? My partner. Look, honey, don't give me shit. Just tell me who they're for and I'll get you a perfect bunch. But if you give me shit, they're going to be wrong.
Damn! It's like... There should be a show on TLC. Florists Confidential.
We don't need any more shows in TLC.
Yeah, you're
Well, but just on the Hightower thing, getting insulted about the things and, you know, the civil rights, whatever, but if I run over someone's feet and then they use epithets that describe me, fair play.
But see, that's the epitome of it, because you know that's the highlighting of it, because in the way that it's portrayed, you know, the police cadet, she's like the little cute one, and she doesn't really, you know, talk a lot and stuff like that. But, you know, she does everything in the driving course perfectly. She's so happy about it. And then she's so apologetic that she ran over his feet. She is portrayed in this situation as the sympathetic character. Because this guy, he's a bastard.
Yeah, he's a
racist.
bastard.
He's all of the stuff. So you are clearly meant to sympathize with her
You are
and be
meant
like,
to.
haha, you and your comeuppance, sir.
Also, my mother drove over my feet one time. It doesn't hurt that much.
I had a foot run over once when I was a kid.
When you're
Unless she went
supposed
over his ankles,
Yeah, the one with crunch.
in which case he wouldn't be walking.
you're supposed to sympathize with her, definitely. Even though the guy was a racist asshole, complete, you know, villain character, nasty piece of work, although not quite as nasty as the other one, still, I felt that Hightower overreacted. And see, as we're discussing the deconstructing a silly comedy movie, aren't we edgy?
If you have any appropriate things to call people who just run over your feet that have no misogynistic, homophobic, racist, or any other bad connotation that may have come up, please post them in the comments. Idiot isn't fair, because idiot was used as a term for special needs people for a very long time.
Apparently, as far as I can tell,
Klutz?
Klutz is very
that's like dyspraxic.
American.
And what else is klutz?
It's anti-dyspraxic.
I think every single insult that in the English language is probably connected with belittling some third party.
Apart from Hoopy Fruit.
Oh, because that was
Why don't you watch where you're going?
It's not an insult. We want to insult somebody, but we don't want to be mean to a minority.
It's really difficult.
You could make one up.
Hoopy Fruit.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
I don't-
Galaxy.
Yeah, but that just sounds like some kind of, you know, fruit sugar-based breakfast cereal with like a happy little springy monkey that
Fine then,
looks...
twant.
Twant is good. That's good.
That's a twat. That's just a vagina insult again.
Well, she was a woman.
It's vagina.
Yeah, it's like Vagina Square. That would be a great name for a band, by the way.
I want
Vagina Squares would be a great name for a fucking brownie.
What?
A brownie. Vagina Squares.
Yeah, except...
Let's market this.
I really want to.
Or for a jumping around female punk group. Like Pussy Riot, they're Vagina Square. The opening for Pussy Riot is Vagina Square.
Pussy twant would be vagina cubes.
It would.
That'd be their sequel band, like
We're
Jefferson
done.
Starship. I'd love to see the word cunt getting reclaimed. Actually, it's getting viewed as the worst word in the English language. Is really, I find that sexist.
Only in America. In England, it's a term of endearment.
In Australia and New Zealand, it's even more.
It is. It's like you walk into a bar. Oh, you all right? You cunts, how you doing?
If I walked into a bar, I'd be like, I'd be like, oh, it's the American.
You'd walk into the bar and be like, are any of you IRA?
No, because we're on the border of Upper Darby and Drexel Hill, because
That's in Pennsylvania.
in Pennsylvania. When I was in high school, there was a lot of Irish immigrants. Like my whole neighborhood in Island Park, when I owned the house in Upper Darby, was fresh off the boat Irish immigrants. And there was the one sports bar on the corner that you just knew not to go in because it was the IRA bar.
There's a bar in Belfast called The Bot that I used to hang about in back in my high school days. And I brought an American there one time. He happened to be going to our high school. And it was a lot of chat going in the background. It was very stereotypical Irish. There was like a wee band fucking around the corner. And I had one moment they went up and goes, "Hi, can I have an Irish car bomb?" And just everybody went quiet and the band stopped playing.
Oh my God, really?
That moment.
That was a unionist bar, I'm guessing?
No, The Bot's kind of just a neutral bar in Belfast.
Oh, okay, so that's bad enough then.
It's just a Belfast sports bar.
So
It would have
what-
been even worse if it was a unionist one.
Don't ask what a Jaeger bomb is. Just don't. I'm just kidding.
It's Jaeger and Red Bull.
No, I mean like you guys.
In
Can I have a
Edinburgh,
Jaeger? Can I have a shot of Jaeger, please, and a Red Bull?
and yes, in Edinburgh we went to the Last Drop several times,
We
which
did.
is the hanging bar where people got their last drink before they were hung just outside it.
No, I had haggis for the first time. Although I realized how far I have to go if I would ever be to live over in the UK, because it was around noon and we were at lost for things to do on the last day, and so she says, "Well, let's go to the Last Drop and I'll get some iron brew and then you can get a pint or something." And I said, "Honey, it's noon. We can't just sit around in a pub all day." And she looks at me and she goes, "That's what people do." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know in America, America, bars are like an evening thing or whatever. In the UK, Ireland, pubs are a communal social thing. You go there and sit, any time of the day.
Yeah, it's about hanging out with your mates. It's not about hard drinking.
Yeah.
Interestingly about Edinburgh, there's a pub in Edinburgh that I'm not allowed into because
What have you done?
I was in Edinburgh with two of my friends from over here, and they had the surname Campbell. And we walked into the bar, and there was a big sign up over the bar, "No Campbells." I'm like, oh, that's some kind of Scottish feud between this bar and a family named Campbell. Okay, and the bar was like, "We need your ID," and we're like, "ID?" "You brought Campbells in here."
Okay.
Sorry.
That's odd.
And he's like, "Get out, take them with you, get out." And I was like,
Was
okay.
he serious?
Yeah, there's another bar quite close that said "No McLuhan's,"
Well, there you go.
and which is kind of sad because one of my grandmothers is a McLuhan.
Oh no, she can't go in. Well, technically, I think I'm still banned from the old state in media, but that's a story for another day.
Okay, how many minutes have we been going for?
Oh, a few.
So, Police Academy.
Yeah, most people have seen it, whether they wanted to or not. There's very little to say. It's solid. It's a good, as a mid to early '80s comedy. It's better than Porky's.
I would always get it confused with the Naked Gun series.
Yeah, it's not as good as Naked Gun, but it's still quite
Love
enjoyable.
Naked Gun.
It's a very different type of comedy. Although Pat Proft, who was one of the creators of this, he worked on I think some of the Naked Gun movies.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big fan of Frank Drebin. Well, no, I'm a big fan of him. I want to say Leslie Nielsen, but that's Northern Irish guy, isn't it?
No, Leslie Nielsen played Frank Drebin.
Yes, okay. Who's the Northern Irish guy then that played Ra's al Ghul?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. I get Liam Neeson and
But
Leslie
Liam,
Nielsen.
he was good. I like Liam Neeson, but he was no David Warner, let's be honest. Greetings, Detective. It's me, David Warner.
Liam Neeson, see if you can find him in older shit. It's really funny. 'Cause, like, this guy is one of the biggest badasses. He's played God and Aslan, and a guy that just hunts down people and, murders them brutally for kidnapping.
Although the best part that Liam Neeson ever played, I think, was in the remake of The Haunted House on the Hill, something like that. And it was a really bad horror movie that we went to go see. And the best part was this one woman slaps him in the face. And my friend Brenda Dalton goes, "You get hit, Qui-Gon Jinn!" And the woman behind us shushed us. And then Eric Ross glared at her, and she got up and left.
Are you talking about the remake of The Haunting?
Something like that.
Because House on the Hill, that was Jeffrey Rush.
I'm just looking
Liam
forward.
Neeson was in The Haunting remake.
We saw it, we got
Owen
pizza,
Wilson,
we went back to
Catherine
Kansas.
Zeta-Jones is a bisexual.
Yeah, she slaps him, yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. The original Haunting is really good.
I'm just looking forward to the days whenever Liam Neeson gets a bit older and he starts doing all of the comedy roles, making fun of all stuff. Like, what happened to your man?
Leslie Nielsen? Because he was a dramatic actor until
No,
Airplane.
no. Your
I
man.
loved her.
He was in Meet the Fockers. He used to be big.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. That's. I was going to say Al Pacino, but he's definitely not Al Pacino.
My dad looks like Al Pacino a little bit.
But I'm looking forward to seeing Leslie Nielsen just as, you know, the Northern Irish ex-badass guy.
Liam Neeson, not Leslie Nielsen.
Fuck off with names!
Yes, he has
Leslie
even been
Nielsen's
drinking it, you
Canadian
guys.
and dead.
I am so hungover.
Oh.
And okay, I'm looking forward to seeing Liam Neeson in parodies of his old roles in the way that Robert De Niro's doing. Except not in shit films.
Liam Neeson's from Ballymena.
I know.
And okay then, where's Kenneth Branagh from?
I don't care.
Belfast.
Belfast, you told me that yesterday.
Belfast's a whole. I was
Where?
born there.
Where is Sam Neill from?
I've never heard of Sam Neill.
Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park, one of the guys from
I've never
Event
seen
Horizon.
Jurassic Park.
Event Horizon?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see Event Horizon? How odd. You
I
see-
haven't.
In the month of
I
Madness?
was in Event Horizon.
How did
Sure
that
you were,
happen?
last night.
How did that happen?
I came to our school and hired extras.
No, really, you were?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not actually in the final cut, or at least I've never managed to find anybody who's found me in it, but
Because I don't recall there being much in the way of extras in it. It's just people in a spaceship.
they went round local schools hiring extras for big crowd scenes, they said. It was like, you all stand here and cheer whenever we hold up the cheer sign. It was like,
I don't recall cheering in Event Horizon.
So everyone, get your copy out now and go through it frame by frame by frame.
maybe it
That'll
wasn't-
keep them busy for a
Are you
while.
sure it was Event Horizon?
No!
Okay.
I am so hungover right now, and we've just watched an okay film, and I'm just like, nah.
Well, okay, we're gonna
He
go.
actually said that 3 times.
We're gonna watch the next one now, and the next one is gonna have Bobcat Goldthwait in it.
Oh boy, in his full 80s glory where he's doing I like Bobcat Goldthwait, but I just can't
No
handle
shit.
his voice.
It was City of something.
Ember.
City of Angels?
Yes,
Steve Ember.
that's
The
one I was in.
Belfast film that starred Bill Murray in it. Yeah, I know that was filmed in the Game of Thrones studio. That was the first big film.
I
there.
don't know what names are. This is Phil and this is Foul. Ew, Foul. What a horrible name. Why did you
I'm
choose
spicy.
Foul. Yeah, fouls are very spicy.
Why
See you
did-
soon.
Bye.
Bye.